Welcome to this loving kindness practice for one of life's most challenging situations, dealing with loved ones who are extremely stubborn. These are the people who just won't listen. You know the sort I'm talking about, don't you? The family member who dismisses everything you have to say, especially if it is particularly helpful for them. The colleague who's completely closed off to new ideas. The friend who digs in their heels no matter how reasonable your perspective. These are the people who drive you right up the wall. They're immune to logic, resistant to feedback, and completely unwilling to consider that they might be wrong or that there might be another way to see things. Friend, it's genuinely frustrating to have to deal with stubborn people, especially when you love them and deeply care about them. It's very, very annoying to feel unheard or dismissed or like you're talking to a brick wall, especially when you want to help. So, this practice isn't about changing them or magically making this stubborn loved one of yours listen. It is about finding your own peace with their stubbornness. It is about protecting your energy while maintaining the relationship, acknowledging your goodwill towards them and your sheer inability to get them to do or listen even to what would be good for them. This practice is to help you remember that underneath that rigid exterior is a human being, even if they're being incredibly difficult right now, or you know it most of the times. So find a comfortable position for this meditation. You can sit or lie down. As always, it helps to have your spine erect. And to keep your spine erect in a comfortable way, it helps to have your spine supported. And when your spine is supported, it is easy for you to keep your front and your face open, receptive, softened. So find that sort of position and settle in. For this practice, your eyes can be closed or they can be open. And if you choose to keep them open, then soften your gaze. Look downward or pick a spot that is neutral in the distance to gaze at for the duration of this practice. Friend, you are allowed to blink. Now, as you settle into your body, with your eyes open or closed as you choose, feel yourself supported by the surface that you are resting on. Take three conscious breaths in, allowing each exhale to release any tension that you might be holding from your recent experiences with this stubborn person. Before we start to work offering loving kindness to this difficult loved one, let us begin with someone easier, someone I call your beloved being. So bring to mind the person for whom you have the deepest goodwill, the purest of love, the most unconditional positive regard, for whom love and warmth and compassion flow so naturally. This is usually a child in your life, or it may even be a pet. Sometimes it can be an adult friend, a dear friend, or even a family member, but it's usually a child or a pet. So bring them to mind, them, visualize them, their stance, their body, the facial expression, the clothes that they wear, sweet things that they do, anything that can start the outpouring of tenderness in you, bring that image to mind. And as you gaze upon this beloved being, offer them loving kindness. In your mind or out loud, say, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be held in loving kindness. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you feel safe. May you be at peace. You are so loved. Feel into the warmth and genuine care that you have for this being and let that feeling flood you, flood your body, flood your senses, flood your heart. You're going to need it for the rest of this practice. Now, as you are still connected to that loving energy, that kindness and compassion, turn your attention 180 degrees to yourself. If it helps, you can place a hand on your heart and offer yourself these same wishes in your mind or out loud. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be held in loving kindness. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I feel safe. May I be at ease. I am so loved. Now bring to mind that stubborn person who won't listen. See them as they are, usually in your encounters with them. Perhaps their arms are crossed, just as their minds are closed. Their ears are closed to anything you have to say. Even though they're being incredibly frustrating, attempt to offer them these same wishes that you offered your beloved being in yourself. I encourage you to change the phrasing, to play with the wording so that it suits your particular situation. I wouldn't want you to say any of these phrases if it feels like a stretch or if it feels like giving them permission to continue being stubborn to you, because this is a practice for you to be able to tap into loving kindness for this person to help you do two things: to help you feel like you are still helping them, even though they refuse to accept your tangible physical help through their stubbornness, and to help you protect your own peace and detach from continuously offering help where it is not going to be accepted. So use words and phrasing that feels true to you, that feels natural to you in this situation, that will allow you to tap into loving kindness for this person. But I will be using the traditional phrases because I have a connection with them. And so as I bring to mind my stubborn person that I love deeply, I offer them these wishes. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be held in loving kindness. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe and may you feel safe. May you be at ease. You are so loved, even if you find it so hard to accept. Now, if that feels too difficult, here are some suggestions for what you may try. May you find peace with your certainty. May you be free from fear that keeps you so closed. May you find help even if you can't accept what I offer. May you find support in ways that are acceptable to you. Now, here's something that might help soften your heart towards them. Try to imagine the same person as a child. Picture them at the age of 5 or 6, or even smaller if it helps. They were vulnerable once, probably open and curious before life, situations, and circumstances, maybe even people in their life, taught them to be so defensive and rigid. See that little child who perhaps has learned that being stubborn was the only way to feel safe or in control, and offer loving kindness to that child version of them. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be held in loving kindness. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you feel safe. May you be at ease. Little one, you are so loved, even if you can't feel it. Sometimes it is easier to feel compassion for the child they once were than the stubborn adult that they have become. So lean into this practice for the next few moments. Now return your attention once more to yourself. Dealing with stubborn people is exhausting and it can leave us feeling frustrated and drained. You need extra compassion for yourself when navigating these relationships, especially when you deeply love and care for the person who is being stubborn. So offer to yourself some loving kindness once again. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be held in loving kindness. May I be happy, even when my loved ones won't listen. May I be healthy, even when dealing with difficult people. May I be safe from taking their stubbornness personally. May I be at peace with what I cannot change. Finally, return to that stubborn person one last time. You don't have to like their behavior or agree with the position that they are adamant on, but you can set boundaries and protect your energy while still wishing them well, while still wishing their suffering to ease up, especially since extreme stubbornness often comes from fear, pain, or feeling threatened. This practice really is to be able to help you honor your love for this person, their sovereignty as a human being, and your helplessness at not being able to support and help them in a way that's aligned with your values when they won't accept it. So, as you bring to mind this person, wish for them once again. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be held in loving kindness. May you allow yourself to be held and supported. May you be happy and healthy as you take your decisions and stand by them. May you be safe in all that you do. May you feel safe so you can make wise decisions. May you know that you are loved, that you are supported and cared for. As we close this practice, remember we cannot control whether someone listens to us, considers our perspective, or changes their mind. All we can do is keep our side of the street clean, controlling our own responses. Sometimes the most loving thing that we can do is to stop trying to convince another person and accept that this is who they are right now and this is what they want to do. But I have often found that in order to accept such things, I start detaching myself from that person, withdrawing my love from them as a way and means to protect myself. And so I turn to this practice, this loving kindness practice that I have recorded for you right now, in the midst of dealing with one of the most stubborn people that I know in my life, whom I also love extremely deeply. I turn to this practice as a way to let them do what they feel they need to do without detaching from them, staying connected to them in loving kindness while not being able to offer the kind of physical support and help that I want to offer them. So, if you are ready now, you can open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and toes, stretch your body. I hope you take some time to appreciate how wonderful you are, to want to stay connected and yet protect your own peace and maintain your own boundaries. Relationships are difficult and complex, and this is nuanced work that we are doing. So, thank you for giving yourself the gift of this practice and meditating with me today.